Hello, everybody. So, in my 29 years of life, I have given or gotten a cologne every single year. As I've gotten deeper into appreciating colognes, I give better and better colognes to people. And the colognes that I get still suck. They suck. Everyone gives me junk colognes. So, this is a public service announcement. The best colognes that you can give your loved one, your boyfriend, your father, husband, whoever it is. Let's get into it. If you like these videos, please consider leaving a like and a sub. This is the enemy. No, it's a decent cologne. I'm not gonna pick on this cologne, but I think over 40,000 of these every month get sold. Nautica Voyage. Please stop buying Nautica Voyage for people. I'm gonna give you some great alternatives. I have been given Nautica Voyage so many times and the Nautica colognes that I yell whenever I see them. I just shriek in pain. It is everywhere. Please have mercy. I'm going to show you some alternatives. So, what makes a good gift in a cologne? For one, it's not going to be a $500 designer cologne. That makes no sense. First, you don't even know if the person's going to like it. And then B, it's a gift. You're probably not going to want to spend that. So, these colognes here will be around $20 unless I say otherwise, unless I purposefully disclaim otherwise. And I'm going to put them in some categories. So, if you've ever been around that person and they smell a certain way, or their soaps are a certain way, or they like cologne and their colognes in the past have been a certain way, pay attention to that. Let's get into it. So, the very first cologne that I ever smelled as a child, my father had it, and it's little Michael Jordan 23. A lot of men, let's see this. Yeah. Citrusy, over the top. Citrusy, minty, holy cow. Lemony, very lemony. A lot of men, particularly fathers, that don't really like colognes, they still like the freshness, like that aftershave, the kind of colognes that you get in a kit with soaps and lotions and whatnot. So, the first area that I'm going to talk about is the soapy ones. So, Michael Jordan. This is not one of my recommendations. Too expensive, and I don't even think that they make it anymore. So, what's my alternative? My alternative is a great cologne like this. This is Curve. This is Curve Waves. It's citrusy. It's soapy. It smells like your Old Spice body wash, like you just stepped out of the shower, and it's going to stick with you. 4.2 ounces for around $15. You can't beat it. Now, this cologne is more fit for spring or summer, but if you're giving it as a gift, it's great. I think you could wear it all year round myself, but this is that Nautica Voyage. People get that kind of bluesy cologne. Please don't get that. Instead, get this. In a similar vein, my next topic is going to be Green Irish Tweed colognes. Green Irish Tweed is a cologne by the House of Creed, and it's a good cologne for what it is, but it's $400. These are some colognes. My first one is Cool Water by David Off. I don't necessarily recommend Cool Water because it's very abrasive, and man, it has a very strong very strong alcohol scent to it, but some people adore cool water. And I think this is a 6 ounce that I got for like $25 when I was a teenager. What I would suggest over cool water, Très Nuit by Armaf. This is a very good copy of Green Irish Tweed. Green Irish Tweed is very festive, very spring, very summertime fun. It's fruity, but it has depth to it. It's not soapy, that's the difference. But what it does, instead of being soapy and citrusy, it adds in elements of woodiness, and it gives you much more of a mature scent profile, something that somebody, especially if they're in their 40s, 50s, 60s, probably would prefer something like this over something that's just soapy and sudsy like the other one. Both of them are good. I think Très Nuit does it better. Buy them off. $25, 3.4 ounce. Phenomenal fragrance. Now, know your profile for the person that you're buying it for. This is not going to be for everybody, but this is your sensual colognes. This is what you buy somebody who likes vanilla, who likes bourbon, who likes fireplaces, who wants to smell like those things. This is not for everybody. This is for the man who is also a little in touch with his feminine side. And these colognes are also for cold weather and fall. They smell horrible and out of place in the spring and the summer. My first one is Spice and Black Vanilla by Cremo. $15-20, 3 ounce. One of the best colognes that I've ever smelled in my life. It starts off with this opening of cardamom. It goes into some sort of a root, a little woodiness, and then on the back end is the vanilla to balance out the spice. It is a phenomenal scent. I think the cremos are even sold in some stores, so you might be able to find them at a TJ Maxx or something like that. I just get this stuff from Amazon, but Cremo, not for everybody. It's vanilla, and vanilla is used a lot with colognes that are very bitter to even them out, but this kind of places the vanilla front, so it can be a little feminine. Incredible. This is one of those colognes. The first time that I sprayed it, I literally sat back and just said, wow, for like 2 minutes. The amount of value you're getting out of this, it's insane. The second one in this subject. This is Kamra by Latafa. Latafa is a Middle Eastern fragrance house that does colognes. This is a loose cologne of Angel Share by Killian. And you can typically look at the color of the fragrance and kind of determine when its use is. And the more amber, the darker, typically fall or winter. Latafa Kamra is the same thing. Ooh, see, it's very sweet up front, but then when it settles, you just get punched in the face by just a beautiful rendition of almost a little bit of tobacco, a grounded rootiness, like just very earthy, very sensual, and when I first sprayed this, I said, yeah, I'm not going to wear this because it's like too feminine. And that's just never been my forte. And then within a week, I was wearing it every day. Sorry. Within a week, I was wearing it every day. And it's just phenomenal. It's a phenomenal fragrance. I think this is around $37, so it's a little bit more expensive. But if you want to upgrade from the Cremo, I do think Camera is better. But you just can't go wrong with the Cremo. The next one. If you're buying for somebody who is getting into designer colognes or likes designer colognes and you don't want to drop a ton of money for one, go. This is a clone of Acqua di Gio, and it's a darn good one. It is a darn good clone. This one, when you first spray it, it matches the aquatic scents perfectly. There, if you don't know, if you've never smelled Acqua di Gio is very distinct for its oceanic properties, its saltiness, in other words. And then when it dries very woody. This, Dollars for Donuts, is the best cologne that I've ever laid my nose on from, or similar to Acqua di Gio. It's phenomenal. I think it's like $15 for this thing. It's a no-brainer. So for the man who doesn't have Acqua di Gio, maybe used to have Acqua di Gio and is trying to get into designer fragrances or something a little bit nicer, go. Phenomenal. My next one is one that really does not fit into any of these categories, but it's so beloved that I needed to put it in. Another Armaf clone. This is Club de Nuit. Just like the other Armaf, it is a clone of a House of Creed. And the House of Creed that it's cloning is Aventus. When you first spray it, it's super citrusy. It opens up with a very, very strong pineapple lemon scent, incredibly synthetic opening, but dries and settles down within probably 60 seconds and becomes indistinguishable between that and Creed Aventus. The thing that's interesting about Club de Nuit is it's so smoky. It's not soapy. It is smoky. It is super, super mature. You can pick up. This is the Parfum version. And so this is expensive. But you can get the EDT or even the EDP for $40 around that. And it lasts forever. You have to wash this out of your skin and your clothes before it goes away. Super smoky, super woodsy, super mature. Only spray this once or twice, for the love of God, please. Very, very powerful cologne. This is in here because if you just don't know, I don't know if he's a designer, I don't know if it's soapy, if you don't know. And also super reflective. There's my iPad. Hi. Wave. If you don't know which one the person fits into, boom, Club de Nuit. Now this is a man's scent. This is not unisex. If you don't know which one he fits into, go with this. You can't go wrong. Next. If the person that you're buying for loves colognes, has a cologne collection, and you don't know what to get them because you don't want to get them something that they already have, I got two for you. Yves Saint Laurent Myself. This one just came out, which is why I have this in this one, because they probably don't have it already. This one just released 3 months ago is a phenomenal scent. I am a huge fan of the Cologne house, Yves Saint Laurent, and this is a phenomenal scent. Let's get another one. Oh my gosh. So this one really dries well on me as well. It opens up, and when it opens up, it's super soapy and it's fruity. I think it has some bergamot in it or some orange. And when it dries, it becomes much more woodsy, much more oaky. I think it might even have patchouli in its base, which is really woodsy. And it's just great. It's a great all around, all season fragrance, and it's part of the new group to save the earth. So it's a non-disposable bottle. Whenever you run out, you order a refill and then fill it up. So if the person you're buying for is super into conservation, they'll probably appreciate that as well. With as many heavy hitters as Yves Saint Laurent has, you probably won't hear about this one as much, but it's a phenomenal fragrance, and I never pay full price for cologne, and I paid full price for this one just because I was so impressed with it. Another one, Azzaro's Eau de Parfum Intense of the Most Wanted. Same thing, same situation, just came out last month. So if you're trying to get a cologne for the person that has everything, that has all the colognes, these two right here just launched. Eau de Parfum Intense, the Most Wanted, is a very sensual scent. It's a very simple scent. It's toffee. It's sweet. It's so sickeningly sweet at the beginning, but it settles well. It'll last for 8 to 10 hours. It's very endearing, very earthy, very warming. Definitely a fall, winter scent. My last fragrance, and by the way, myself over there, Yves Saint Laurent, $150. So this is if you're wanting to spend money. The Most Wanted, $110. So you gotta. This is for people with a bigger budget. My last one is a designer fragrance that I think is the best cologne. It's my go-to cologne right now. I think it's wonderful. This is if you want to roll out the red carpet for whoever you're buying for. And this is Valentino Born in Roma. Born in Roma. Make sure you remember that, because a lot of them look the same. This is a very feminine cologne. If you get the EDT version, don't get the EDT version. Get the Born in Roma Intense Eau de Parfum. I believe it's the Eau de Parfum. I don't think it's the Parfum. It's whatever one it comes in. Yeah, it's the Eau de Parfum Intense. When you come out, very sugary, very, very sweet, but also has some sort of a depth that I just can't get over. I can't get enough of. It's something that you look for every single day when I get up and I look at my colognes and I say, which one do I wear? It's this one, especially in the fall. You can't go wrong with it. Not a lot of people are rocking it. So there's not going to be that. It's also not that expensive. It's around $130. So obviously that's relative and subjective. But if you really want to get the best cologne, which is subjective, I'll give you that as subjective. This is what I absolutely 100%. So hopefully that was helpful. Please stop getting Nautica Voyage. I don't want Nautica Voyage again as a gift. Thank you, everybody. If you like these videos, please remember to sub, like it. Thank you, everybody. Hope you have a great day. And if I missed something that you recommend, leave it in the comments below. I'd love to read about it.